yes, well, I mean, the creepers were a mistake. I defined I don't have any modeling programs to do the models, I just write them in code. And I accidentally made a tall instead of log, so it was like a tall thing with 4 little feet. And that became the creeper. It was supposed to be a pig. Debugging in runtime is very efficient. Yeah, you get kind of used to it. It's like getting good at searching. It's very abstract. It's trying to describe things in a way that's easy to change. Yeah, I can do anything. We can make arrows explode when they hit the ground instead. What you expect from a game and trying to play around with those expectations. It's kind of the most fun part. We need to have exploding arrows. They're actually kind of fun.
Hello, it is I, Steel Cat. Steel Cat. It's me, Steel Cat. I'm back with another stream. I have a job now. I have a life, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm still living in my parents' guest room. Thankfully, they don't have a basement, so it's not entirely stereotypical. Also, I don't like Cheetos, so I have that going for me. Um, not really a Cheeto guy, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, it is I, Steel Cat. I can hide these now. Let's freaking go, gamers. Let me maximize the chat here so I can see what is freaking happening. And let me do, make sure we do function lock. There we go. We are gaming now. I assume you can all see. I can't tell if you can see right now. Yes, I can. I can go over here, and I can kind of tell if you can see. Hopefully, play the tutorial. Play the tutorial level. Hold on. First, we're gonna go to options. Oh gosh, my sound is too loud right now. Music is like too low. Let's try that. All right. We're supposed to go to Song of Being Noobcraft. Hello, Alpha Raven. Hello, Band Clam. Anybody else here? Seems to be about it. Vintage Nerd might be here. Let's see. So I need to go to turn on the push notifications. What push notifications does is every time you pick up an item in Minecraft, you get an email and a pop-up on your phone. It sends a text to your mom and your ex-girlfriend and everybody else, your boss, okay, and they all know that you picked up the item every time. And it's a completely normal soybean. Good soybean. What do you mean early? The rest of you are late, okay? Okay, I used to be a lowly man like the rest of you, okay? But now I am an enlightened warehouse drone, okay? I used to get up at 5 o'clock to go to my job at like 7:30. Now I get up at 2 a.m. to go to my job at 4. I go to bed at 6 p.m., okay? I am asleep at 6 p.m. every night, and I get up at 2 a.m. I work like 8 or 9 hours at the warehouse. Okay, 10 really if you count the drive time and the lunch and everything else, you know what I'm saying? And I'm finally free. This is true freedom, okay? Okay. Freedom is slavery, alright guys? Still, you're ruining my ability to sleep. Did you like get a notification or something and now you're just like groggily waking up to my stream in bed? Anywho, I'm looking for the push notifications. I want the push notifications. So that way every time I pick up an item, it like sets off an alarm on my phone. Or something. I don't know how it works really. Where is it? Where is this option? Oh wise one who added it. I can't find it, and I'm too tired to read. ARM animation, OpenGL errors. Default skybox. We got different skyboxes. Dark mode. I seriously, I just don't see it, bro. Like, I just don't. I know it's not going to be audio, obviously. I need to get some, I have an energy drink here with me. Normally I would get coffee, but today we're going with my last free energy drink that I got at my old job. So it's a sad moment drinking that one. Where is show pickups? I'm like, oh, here it is. It's on. Cringe. Anywho. So I'm supposed to play the tutorial level. Look at all you regulars here. Bugman showing up. I'm surprised at how many Americans are here. I expected the Europeans, but I'm surprised by how many Americans are here this morning. So apparently we're going to check out the tutorial level real quick, because I'm just curious about what happens when I click this button. I'm just infinitely curious, so I must click it. If this crashes the game, I'm going to be mad at you, okay? Alpha Raven. Gonna be a little annoyed. Jai isn't here? Yeah, Jai is a certified legend, but he kind of quit the internet like a year or two ago, so we're gonna click this. Okay. Alright, I deserve that. I completely deserve that. Good one. Okay. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna go into the world. Here we go. It's raining. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bonked his head. He couldn't get up in the morning. Right, that's a rhyme from my childhood. Perhaps it's from your childhood as well. Who knows? But anywho, hello. We're here. We are in the whatever this is. We're here. We're in it. We're in it right now, live. This is the part of the stream where I'm still kind of waking up, even though I've been awake for 5 hours, and I'm trying to remember, like, what Minecraft world is this? Is this my Minecraft world that I played in? Pretty sure it is. Yeah. And the rain is just pouring down like crazy. What do we got for our minerals right now? Most Europeans will join. Yes. Yes, Alpha Raven has changed his name. He used to be... For years, his name was Meth Head. It was kind of a meme. That's a fact, by the way. I didn't make that up or slightly alter factual information to make a joke. No, his actual username was totally Meth Head for years and years. But he's maturing a little bit, so he wants to be, you know... Well, guys, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We're just going to hope that things are still okay here. We're going to hope that it just captures the window like normal. Okay, is it going to capture the window like normal? Are we going to see the window? Okay. Because clicking on one of my chests just crashed the game. And I don't remember what's in that chest either. I have wooden tools in that chest. Crap. Crap. Okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So I literally cannot... I wonder what would happen if I broke that chest. That's another good question. But it seems like we're back in. Okay. So we're gonna... We're just gonna... We're not gonna click on that. Hold on. I need a sign. I need a sign right now. Please be no wooden tools. Okay. I need a sign. I need a sign right now. Here we go. Okay, this is... Cursed chest. Do not click. Done. That sign is... That sign is hard to read. I don't like it. I need to, like, change the color of the text. Do I have any dyes? Let's try a red dye. Since it's, like, a very alarming... thing here, like we must not click on it. Let's try red dyeing. That's even worse. Oh my gosh. Okay. This sign is not working out very well right now, and I have no other dyes to work with. Okay, there's my unreadable sign that gives a very clear and very important warning. Oh my gosh. Anywho. It's reading the annihilation of the wooden tools. Yeah, wooden tools are cringe. Hold on, hold on. Let me prove. Let's prove it. Let's prove the. Okay, do not click on that. That is scary. That will literally crash my game if I so much as breathe on it. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this right now. Okay. This is listening to Steel Cat's soothing voice. Oh, okay, am I like ASMR now? Hold on. I can do the ASMR thing. Hold on. Hey guys, welcome to ASMR Craft. We are here in the game right now. It's raining. It's a very nice rain. Anyway, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that right now. Is my tighten my little thing there? There we go. My pop filter's wobbling around. Okay, let's write in the book because I didn't write in the book last time. What did we do last time? Today's April 13th. Dear Diary. Last week, I started my new mine and found some caves in the process. Today I will go deeper into the mines slash caves, etc. This is a metaphor for life, probably, I guess. Hooray. Hooray. And today is April 13th, 2024. Done. Okay, we did it. Alright, we wrote in the book. Your diarrhea. Dear diary. ASMR extended steel cat. No. No, that's a little too uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable to think about. Okay, so I have some good tools right here I can start working with. I can go mining for a little bit. I have some good food and one healing potion. I have this too. I think we almost died we did die last time, and then we almost died a couple more times after that. I have this if I really need it, and I may as well take it with me, actually. This is my armor. This is all the armor I'm gonna get. And we're just gonna go. We're gonna go mining again, because, I mean, it's raining out here. I don't really want to be outside right now, so we may as well go work inside. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. This is basically winter in Alabama right here. This is, like, February through April in Alabama. It's just this. Gray skies, rain. It's depressing. Anywho, oh, I miss Wyoming. I do miss Wyoming. But anywho, for some reason, I can only ever get one of these trees to grow at a time, and I don't know why. Bambi. Bambi's here. Still, rate the new inventory layout. Well, there's a left hand. So that's pretty cool. It's almost tax day still. Yeah, well, I already did my tax. What the hell? What did you do to the lighting engine? Did you, like, torture it and kill its family or something? Jeez, man. You have severely abused the lighting engine to the point that it no longer can function. It's like it's gonna be a vegetable for life. Whatever you did to the lighting engine, dude. Dude, what did you do to the lighting engine in this game? You have destroyed it. Look at that. Look at all that. Look at all those lighting errors. There's like 800 of them in here. Yes, the inventory hand has fingers. What are fingers doing in Minecraft? Okay, hold on. I need I don't have any cobble. Look at these lighting errors. This is absurd. There's no more bugs in the new... Oh, the modern lighting engine. Cringe. Cringe. Oh my gosh, so cringe. So incredibly cringe. No, it's probably fine, actually. It's probably not cringe. F3, but there's something swimming somewhere nearby. But I'm out. This is Y64. And I made a space here where I could start mining, like, in this direction and in that direction if I want to. But let's go deeper. Oh, jeez, this lighting engine is just... It's like this. It's like you took the lighting engine. Okay, imagine the lighting engine is a person, right? Okay. And then you take this lighting engine and you put it in a car, or like one of those crash test things, and then just ram it straight into the wall. And then it, like, gets a concussion, like a really bad concussion. Okay. And then it comes back and it has to generate light in these old chunks, and it's just like, I can't anymore, man. It's like at the end of Flowers for Algernon, when what's-his-name is stupid again. Okay, that's what this... It's like, what have you done? You have hurt this lighting engine. You've heard it. It's like in Person of Interest when the machine is making all those printouts. Okay, enough references that nobody's gonna get. Oh my gosh, look, it really is telling me what I'm getting as I'm picking it up. This is disgusting. Look, what the... oh no, we are turning that off right now. That's gonna drive me crazy. That's gonna drive me crazy. I don't like that. Lighting engine equals person hitting the wall at 300 miles an hour. Oh my god. Dude, the old lighting engine had these bugs everywhere. Okay. Yes, I want my game to run at 2 FPS, please. That is what I live for, dude. That is what I live for. Anyway, let's go this way. What are we at? Y32, perfect. Okay. Anywho, enough about, like, human crash test dummies and why the... This lighting engine has endured harrowing life circumstances, man. We're talking war, abuse, neglect, abandonment. Maybe even disease and disaster. Okay, that's 3. We need to go 7 more. Anyway, I'm just counting now. At this point, basically, this is just an act of counting. This is how I mine. It's the most boring thing in the world to watch, but it's very effective in terms of efficiency. Steel hates the new pickup. Yes, so sad. I don't know the Starfire voice. Sorry. Oh, look, some gold. I'm about to do something that's going to make you all so mad. Continuing on. That gold is still there. Continuing on. I'll come back for it. There's a method to my madness, okay? There's a certain way I do things. There is a way I do things. I have no idea what Starfire is, dude. What is this? Oh, crumb. Okay, looks like I have a bunch of cobbled basalt. And this is what we're working with here. Oh, great. You are canceling Infdev Plus for that. It is snowing. It's snowing, Soybean, where you live? Amazing. Can I? No, that is not something I can click on. I see guys down there that may or may not be able to reach me. I have no idea. Because if they can see me and they hit me, like, I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. Like, there's no recovery. Yes, I will return for it. The offhand is fixed now. It works with potions. I'm still scared. You spent like 3 hours working on it. Jeez. Okay, I need to place a torch somewhere. Gotta remember to go down to 42 now, not 43. Okay, this is terrifying. But this is me playing Minecraft how I play it when I'm by myself. Okay, this is what I actually do. I am like meticulous with how it's laid. My mind is laid out. But that's another thing I do. Like, you know how I left that gold there? Okay, because this is a mine, I'm gonna come back and I'm actually gonna dig it out. But when I'm building like an underground base and just digging out a big cavern, if there is gold or iron or something just in the wall, wherever I'm cutting the wall, I won't dig it out. I'll just leave it there. I'm not kidding. I do that all the time. And it's because I like the way it looks. It just makes it look more natural, you know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't see. Okay, 41. Gotta remember 41. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very cool. Okay, we will try the potion thing later. I'll probably die again, but probably not because you didn't fix it, but just because I'm bad at the combat. That is infuriating, says Method. Yeah, I actually have a 4, 5, 6. I actually have a base on a mine test server that I wasted huge amounts of time on, and like I started digging basically a hole in the ground for no good reason. I don't really know what I'm doing. Probably not even gonna go back to that server at this point. I've been gone for like a week and I don't care anymore. But yeah, I did the same thing there. I didn't even bother to dig out the minerals out of the walls. I just leave it there. Am I counting this right? There's 2 of those, 2 of those. Okay, so let's just do this now. Very good. And now we go back to the beginning. And we can run too. That's a thing we can do. Look at this. Yay. It's just like modern Mooncraft. Okay. Let's put a torch over there so it's not so it's just dark down here with this stone being the way it is. Another sip of my energy drink here. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Band Clam. Are you in the South, Band Clam, like me? Because that's what's going on here in northern Alabama. It's a grassy pollen hellscape, basically. And I honestly missed the snow. I really do. I mean, this is not working as well with the darker stone, because it's hard to tell if any of that is coal or not. It's probably easier to tell if it's other stuff, though, just because of how the texture contrasts. I want snow. I miss the snow. I miss the blasted wind as much as I hate it. Oh, this is where I gotta be right now. This is just where I'm at. Ah, crumb. Hold on, we're gonna do this. I forgot there's no click dragging for a second. Okay. So you get to play in one version of block game, then you go back to playing another version of block game, and it messes you up, man. It just messes you up. Stone shovel. Here we go. And I guess we'll just leave that there. There's no real reason not to, I suppose. I can come back for it, maybe. I don't know. It's not like crafting tables are particularly valuable. 1 log equals 1 crafting table, so. Entire time with covered knee surgery. No. Yes, real life is a sentient mod. Okay, so guys, I have a conspiracy theory today. Okay, ready? You remember that eclipse that everybody was all excited about? Well, I was there. Okay, I was there the day that it happened. Okay? You know what I saw? Nothing. It was just a cloudy day. NASA lied to us all. Okay? Literally no eclipse. Just clouds. Okay, as far as the eye can see. Alright. Personally, I'm really disappointed in NASA. I think they really dropped the ball on this one. It's just kind of... I don't know, man. You know? NASA ain't what it... NASA just... Eclipses ain't what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really got much out of eclipses, really. Like, the best I've had is like a 60% partial or something. You know, but at least I used to see them back in, 2017 and stuff. But these days, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I prefer the old school Eclipse. This modern Eclipse gaming it's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a... Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna read the chat. Still, you weren't in the totality, you silly goose. I know, Soybean. I'm just... just memeing. Anywho. Soybean says it was the coolest thing he ever saw. So, again, like I said in a VC we had earlier this week, your results may vary. You know, it's kind of like going to McDonald's, you know, or like if you go online and you read the reviews for a restaurant, one person somewhere is talking about, oh my gosh, this place is so amazing. I literally had the best experience. Our waitress Samantha was literally the nicest person in the entire world. It was so amazing. 5 stars. Okay, and then you get like another person who's like, oh my gosh, I would rather eat out of a cow trough. You should never go to this restaurant. It's the most horrible experience ever. Our fries were cold, and our milkshake had already melted, refroze, and then melted again. And then, you know, and it's just the most ridiculous... Apparently, for them, it was the most ridiculously bad experience they've ever had at a restaurant. So much so that you find it hard to believe that it's at the same restaurant where this other person had this amazing experience, right? And that's how I feel about the Eclipse. It's like reading those reviews. I'm like, okay, so yeah, it was amazing for somebody in this world, but for me, it was just another day. You know, it's just another cloudy, rainy, depressing day. You know? It's like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you saw something cool, but like for me, it's just like, oh, whatever. You know, there's some pictures on the internet. Apparently something cool happened. Hold on, I have to show that. I'm sorry if anybody's children are here. Okay. But this is the internet. They probably shouldn't be roaming wild and free out here anyway. Okay, hold on. I gotta read chat for a moment. Soybeans like old school Eclipse what? You're a new man now that you saw the real deal. You see, that's what I'm hoping for in like 2044, assuming I'm not dead by then. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if that's amazing or whatever. Maybe someday I can see this cool eclipse when my... I guess, let me think. That's 20 years from now, so I could easily have kids by then, and they could be as old as... You know, they could be teenagers or something, I guess. I don't know. So, whatever. Sounds cool. I'm just gonna go on with my life. No kids are allowed to play Alpha Raven's mods. That's a it's an official rule. You'll find it on the website. If you are under the age of like 15, you are literally not allowed to play his mods. Spooky stuff. Yeah. That reminds me of a joke we were making earlier this week that I'm not gonna repeat. About like YouTube family friendliness and how to subvert it by adding things that should not be added to the mod. Anywho, well, that's just whatever, you know. I don't know if I've said this before, but on stream, but in my opinion, I think if you have a kid, it would be safer to leave them with an unlocked phone on the regular YouTube app by themselves for 8 hours than it would be to leave them on the YouTube Kids app. And I really mean that. Like, sure, of course, there's going to be stuff on YouTube that's going to traumatize them. But there's stuff on the YouTube Kids app that is going to manipulate them. And that might be even worse. In my opinion. But yeah, that's just me. Like, YouTube Kids, it's messed up. It's messed up, man. And also it's annoying because sometimes you'll try to watch something and somebody uploaded it as 4 kids because they didn't know what that means and what it does. And so now it's just like, okay, now I can't interact with this in any meaningful way. I don't want to even be around it. Like, what the hell, dude? But it's not like the people who do that know any better. They just think, oh yeah, I intend this to be family friendly, so sure, I'll upload it as 4 kids. It's like, no, please don't do that. I don't know why I just placed that there. There was no reason for that. Whatever. Alright, soybean 50s. I gotta... Man, chat's hard to keep up with even when I make it 200%. 2045. Yeah, we'll be middle-aged by then. That's true. That's true. You really only find traumatizing stuff if you search for it. But on YouTube, kids, it's just a minefield of grotesque, perverted content. Like, yeah, they kind of dealt with Elzagate and all that stuff, but they haven't really dealt with it because it's still... Like, I've seen screenshots of the home screen and stuff, and it's just not... It's like, what on earth is this crap, dude? I don't even know how to put it into words. It just ain't right. It just ain't right, okay? Okay, this isn't Hey Arnold anymore, okay? Like when we were kids watching Hey Arnold on TV. No, no. This is a whole different animal, man. Yes, brain rot, exactly. If nothing else, it's just the brain rot aspect that cannot be good. It's not good for us as adults. I can't imagine being raised on it. Ugh. Bye, Banklam. Have a good one. See you around. Oh, not you, Banklam. Vintage Nerd. I knew somebody was leaving. Sorry. Newgrounds. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Think I have to try Re-Indev. Yes. Re-Indev best mod of 2013. Yeah, I was, gosh, I was an unsuspecting, like, middle schooler, I was in middle school when, my friend who lived next door, introduced me to YouTube and Newgrounds and all that crap, and they, and this kid was like, when he hit puberty, he went edgy, like, super fast and super hard. Okay, like, he was trying so hard to be cool, so hard to be edgy. Yeah, he was showing me stuff like Happy Tree Friends, okay? And if you know what that is, it's just... It's... If you know what it is, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, why? Like, even to this day, I'm just like, no, that should not exist. Yes, soybean, that one. Happy Tree Friends, yes. Oh my goodness. And I was like, what, 12 years old or something, probably. And of course, because he's trying to be edgy and cool, he's just laughing his butt off, you know. And trying to laugh at the violence, because that's what edgy, cool kids do when they're trying to be edgy and cool, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's the friend who also, by the way, that's the same friend who introduced me to Minecraft. So, you know, there's a little bit about my childhood there. The very same friend introduced me to Minecraft, YouTube, a lot of that stuff, really. Because I was I didn't really use the internet as a kid until that friend and we got into middle school and he started showing me all the stuff he was finding on the internet, because I wasn't on the internet back then growing up, which I'm actually thankful for. I'm thankful that my early childhood, for the first, basically I don't really discover the internet until my teenage years, and I'm thankful for that, because you see what the internet does to these younger kids. It's bad enough to discover it as a teenager, let alone even earlier. But YouTube is really cool. Like, I know everybody has their complaints about it and all the, but if you look past all the drama and all the nonsense, YouTube is a remarkable invention, and I am glad it exists. What I don't like, though, is that it has no real competition. Like, there's this secret sauce that YouTube has that just makes it work. And nobody else has been able to really replicate that, or find their own secret sauce that works just as well while being unique to compete with YouTube. So they kind of have a monopoly on this sort of format, you know. And the only other formats that really do anything are formats that cater to a certain niche. So you get your, what's it called? What's that other site that, like, tends to have a lot of independent films and stuff? Like student films. What's it called? I can't remember. But there's that one. Tends to have a lot of music videos too. What's it called? What is that one called? It has a lot of music videos and stuff. I can't remember at the moment. And then of course there's like your free speech platforms, which just end up being cesspools of insanity because for obvious reasons, you know. I'm not saying I don't necessarily disagree with their reasons for wanting to exist. It's just that the consequences of their existence, of the way that platform is set up, it just becomes a cesspool of, like, conspiracy theories and just awful things. Dailymotion, that's right. Dailymotion has a lot of music videos and stuff. And, like, there's another one that has, like, a Vimeo. That's right, Dailymotion and Vimeo. Yeah. Those are like those have a lot of music videos and independent films and stuff. There used to be one called Blair, which I really liked. But they died like a few years ago, just at random. I have a little bit of a tinfoil hat about Blair's fate, because I think they had developed a secret sauce that could compete with YouTube's secret sauce, and then the circumstances by which their website went down were a little bit weird, a little bit fishy, you might say. And I'm like, something just ain't right about that, man. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm out here shining my tinfoil hat, but you know, it's on the shelf, and I'm eyeing it. Yeah, Blair was cool. But it's gone now. It was fun while it lasted. Knee exercises, yay. And then besides that, all you have is websites that try to replicate the old school feel of YouTube and have like really low bandwidth and stuff. And those are kind of fun too. But I don't really spend a lot of time with that anymore. It's just, I just don't have the time to spend on that kind of stuff anymore, you know? It's either I can make it work on this platform or I can't. So that's pretty much where I'm at. 9, so let's put one more. I always go 10 torches, basically. So that's 80 blocks, because I can dig 8 blocks each time I do this pattern that I'm doing. Fan Clam's going to the gas station right now. Very cool. Back when kid used to play outside, yes. When did I start playing the craft? Well, my friend would have introduced it to me in, like... It was pretty early. Actually, I think it was after middle school. Because before that... I gotta think now, because I graduated high school in 2015. Okay, so I gotta think... Like, Minecraft would have came into existence when I was in middle school. And I remember the first time I can remember hearing about Minecraft... Hello, Warrior Alex. Welcome to the stream. The first time I remember hearing about Minecraft was in the middle school locker room, and somebody was trying to tell me about how cool Minecraft mods were. And I had no idea what he was talking about because I didn't know what Minecraft was and I didn't know what mods were. But he thought it was pretty cool. And then maybe a year later was when my my neighbor friend showed it to me. And it was around the time when flat worlds were first added, when super flat was first added, because he was making like pixel art and stuff in his creative world. And he, by the way, the same friend who was always trying to be super cool was also a brony, just so you know. Okay, fun fact. And I know he's not watching this. There's like a 0.001% chance, but if you see this, my friend, if you know who you are. Thank you for being a good friend while we were kids, man. It was a good time. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's kind of funny. But we all have things like that we can look back on and be like, man, I was cringe back then. Hold on, what's happening here in chat? OMG, you're just a baby. What? Babies? Yeah, I guess I am very young. I was born in the mid-90s. Babies, he says. Yes, Bugman is the elder of this community, of the old school Minecraft gamer community, I guess. He is the wise old man. He probably remembers like D-Day and like the invasion in 1066 and all that stuff, you know. But back when he was a child riding a dinosaur on his way to school, as they did back then. Hold on. Yeah, I'm 27. All the cool guys were bronies back in the day. I can't believe how many people I've met who were bronies. Yes, and it's the strangest thing. Like he was trying so cool to be cool, trying so hard to be cool and edgy, like Shadow the Hedgehog, you know. And then he was a bro. He was a bro. It's like, dude, it's so bizarre. Hey, one could do worse. One could do worse, trust me. There's worse phases one could go through in life. Late 90s. I mean, we were basically born around the same time. We're basically the same generation, you and me. Strokes beard. Strokes long, flowing gray beard. Looks deeply into the horizon. Ponders ancient wisdom. Bugman had a pet velociraptor. Very cool. Just like Chris Pratt in that movie. Those movies, gosh. I think I saw the first two. I never saw the third one. I didn't really care about those movies, the Jurassic World movies. But it was a great excuse to go to the movie theater, turn your brain off, and be like, yeah, dinosaurs. Very cool. Look, big dinosaur on big screen. Amazing. And that's pretty much what those movies were to me. I have no reason to desire, no reason or desire to rewatch any of. Oh crap! Crap! There's crap. I think Method might have changed it so those guys can see through walls now. So it might be tracking me, and I might be able to go through the walls. Gosh, my voice is not wanting to do it this morning, guys. That's why I sound a little off. What's it called? The Spectre, the Spooks. They're Spooks, whatever they're called. I don't know. It's not like the game tells you what it's called. So just like the good old days, we can call it whatever we want. I'm going to call it a Spook. A Spectre. Something like that. What's another word for that? Besides ghost, obviously. Spook, Spectre, Phantom. Going uphill both ways. Yes, that's what they all did back in the day. Anime phase. Brony phase. Very nice. And very delayed emo phase, yes. I guess I'm going through my emo phase now, too. Except it's not really emo. It's more like I hate my job. And I kind of hate my life. But I also don't hate my life. Because I have things to look forward to in life that I'm working toward. It's just that it's going to be a slog. And I'm not going to enjoy most of the next year of my life. It's just gonna suck. But that's life sometimes. You just gotta power through it. It's called Phantom in the Code. Poltergeist. Yes, that's another good word. Poltergeist. Just like the movie. Oh, crumb. He's back. I can hear it. It's getting closer. I just know it. My armor's good. Where is this guy? Because in theory he can see me, and in theory he can get to me. So, what's he doing? I don't know. They don't see through walls anymore. Oh, okay. Okay, so they don't see through walls. I was mistaken. Well, that's good. It doesn't mean I'm safe, because it could wander over here, but it doesn't actively see me. But it is there. In the area. Wandering around. How are we doing on gold? Oh my gosh, 12 gold after all this. That's life. What time is it? 8:30? It's been 1 hour, wow. Or almost an hour, more like 50 minutes, but yeah. You know what sucks about going to work? Is that you gotta take a half-hour lunch, obviously. Back when I was a mover, though, there wasn't, like, breaks, per se. It was just kind of the crew takes a break to eat when they're ready, you know. So you're not making a lot of money, but you're getting paid for every hour that you're there. But now that I'm at a more, I guess you could call it a more stable job. But yeah, there's an official lunch break. And that means that to calculate my hours, basically I just calculate it as if my hours start half an hour after I get there. So I get to work at 4 in the morning. And if I reach 12:30, I've reached 8 hours. So what I'm trying to do is, because I don't have to be there at 4, I can be there at 5. But if I get there at 4, there are things to do. And I can make more money that way. So that's what I'm trying to do in life at the moment. Which I was never all that motivated to do before. But I'm trying to save up for some big things. So that's what I'm going to be doing, trying to get that overtime. Gotta do what you gotta do. Capitalism, so bad, so bad. I don't know, bro. There was a time in my life when I would have felt impassioned about such conversations. You know, capitalism, communism, all that stuff. Now I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I don't care. Like, it doesn't really come down to the system that we use to organize things all that much. I mean, to some extent, sure, but I mean, there's societies that work really well, regardless of the different systems they use, and there's societies that don't work really well, regardless of the different systems they use. So I don't know if it really comes down to systems as much as it does to the people running those systems. Yeah, unpaid lunch kind of sucks, bro. That's half an hour that I have to be at work, but I'm not making any money. You know? But I mean, it just depends. That's the perspective thing, you know. If you're the company, from your perspective, no work is being done, so why should you be paying anybody? But from my perspective, that's time that I am giving to the company that I'm not being paid for, basically. So I don't know. It just kind of there's no real way around that. No good solution there. Minecraft is a very philosophical game. Yes, it is. Really, unpaid lunch never used to exist. Now, when you say that, I get curious because obviously we live in different countries, and so I wonder, like, was that... So clearly you're saying that in Great Britain, unpaid lunches did not used to be a thing. But today in Britain, they are a thing. That makes me wonder, was the same true in America, or what? You know, I don't know. Okay, in the American system, okay. This is something you know about, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. That could be worse, though. The 19th century was and I said this in the last stream, but the 19th century was, historians will tell you, was pretty much the worst century to be a blue-collar worker ever. Because you had things like company towns and ridiculous hours, and pretty much everything was hazardous in some way. Yeah, pretty much. Rent goes up way faster than pay. That's half the reason I had to go to Alabama, why I'm living in my parents' house right now. I'm going to get a new apartment soon, but that's half the reason I had to leave. I would have had to get a new job anyway, because my old job just wasn't going to pay enough. But basically, my apartment complex that I was living in decided to renovate, quote-unquote, the apartments and raise the rent by $300. And so what happens is, one by one, all my neighbors leave, and so do I, because ain't none of us can afford that. So look at this. Look, I'm going to have to move to new chunks at some point, because the lighting engine barfed. It barfed. It got sick. It has disease. Yes, the children yearn for the mines, indeed. Hold on, let's read chat. It's still raining. That's crazy. In Oklahoma, your job is not required to give you a break. That's wonderful. Yeah, nobody can afford to buy. Yeah. Hello, Soybean. Welcome back. We're talking about capitalism. and that's the thing. That's the thing to me is you know, when like the baby boomers and the Gen whatever the hex talk about, you know, capitalism versus socialism. You know, the kids will say, "Oh, the socialism will fix the problems of capitalism," and then the baby boomers are like, "No, you just want a free. There's no such thing as a free lunch," and you know all this stuff that people say. In my opinion, it really comes down to people. It comes down to us, humanity, and how we treat each other. Because a good boss can make a good life for his workers, whether it's a socialist system or a capitalist system. And then, you know, in a socialist society, it can be things can be going well if people are trying to do right by each other, and things can go badly if people are just trying to have everything for themselves, you know. So I don't know, that's kind of my opinion. It just either way you organize society, you'll still get people at the top who want to be greedy, and you'll get people who are trying to make things right, and then hopefully the people who are trying to make things right win out in the end. That's basically it, you know. Kind of what it comes down to. Hold on, I gotta read chat while I'm staring at this cobblestone and wondering how to get more storage. Oh yeah, yeah. Those old TV shows? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Bugman, for sure. Thousands of medical bills. Damn. I will actually say this. I don't really care for my old boss, but nor do I care for my new boss. He's not bad, but he's annoying. um, but my old company was a small company, and the owner of the company was a pretty alright guy. He at least tried to do good by us. You know what I mean? So, not saying he always succeeded. Not saying there's things he could have done, but you know, he actually had someone else's interest in mind besides his own. You know what I mean? So, little things, you know. Where am I gonna put all this crap? I need more storage. Look at this crap. I need more storage. I need another chest, like over here or something. I'm already outgrowing my new house, which is ridiculous. Where's my workbench? Let's make some new chests. Wait, do I have extra chests in? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you stream and you're distracted by things. Okay. Yeah, worker wages and CEO salaries. Crazy. Panclam doesn't want to be banned. Did somebody get banned? When you get back to work, you got a new boss. Right, try that chest in the corner. Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. We need to try this one. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, Bugman. I was going to click on it, but there's a sign written in literal blood that says, do not click. I can't do it. Sorry. Everything in their power to make things easier for us. Yeah, okay. I can left click on this chest, right? Nothing bad's gonna happen? Okay. I'm really curious what happens if I break the chest, but I don't want to find out the hard way. Anyway, let's put some things away. This is just gonna be more crap, basically. I guess I can put the soil. Technically, the soil should go here, right? Technically? Okay. That's soil. Take all the cobbled basalt out. We're gonna put it in the other chest. The soil can go here, and the cobbled basalt can go. We're trying to get sort of organized, guys. Okay, it's not going to look pretty, but we're going to be sort of organized. I also have way more coal than I did before. Look at all that. A little bit more gold and a little bit more iron. Nothing crazy. I'm still not up to a stack of gold, but that's all right. If you break that chest, it will create a singularity. Yes, that is true. That is how the world ends. Steelcat is streaming one day. Okay. Opens a chest with wooden tools, and that's it. That's the end of life on Earth and in the entire universe. That's what happens. I need more torches. Make some more torches. Make a bunch more torches. Very nice. Look, one extra torch. I love it when that happens. I'm sure somebody's OCD is going nuts right now. Placeholder slots for diamonds, but no actual diamonds. Yes, I have. Yeah, I need diamond right there. Yeah, someday I'm gonna be super rich. Okay, that's what the grind set is all about. Okay, I wake up at 2 a.m. these days for a reason. Okay, I wake up at 2 a.m. I go for a jog. The usual stuff. I trade my stocks. I go sit in my sauna for a while. You know, all that good stuff. Stuff, not stup. Stup is a new word. Wow. Fun fact. Did you chat? This is just a fun fact since we're talking about capitalism and wealth and all that stuff. Try to guess what state the most wealthy city per capita is in America. If you had to guess, what is the most wealthy city per capita in America? What state do you think it's in? Just out of curiosity. Throw the torch away. Put it in. I'm not gonna throw that torch away, Alpha Raven. I don't do that nonsense. I'm a hoarder like Soybean. We hoard things. Delaware, not a bad guess. Hawaii, not a bad guess. California, Ohio, not bad guesses. Okay. Seems like everybody's guessed pretty much. The answer is Jackson, Wyoming. The most wealthy city in America is in the state of Wyoming. Now, if you go to anywhere else in Wyoming that's not in the northwest quadrant, you'll be like, how is this possible? You go to Casper, you go to Cheyenne, you're like, you're not thinking about wealth, you know. You go to Cody and Jackson, dude, it is a different universe. It is a whole different kind of place. Okay, let's see. I need to make a new... I don't need to. That'll be fine. Let's just go mining. Well, I do need to make new stuff. So let's just grab half a stack of this. Make a new hat, I guess. Make new socks, just in case. And make some... We're not even going to make any more of those. We're just going to grab some of this and make... We're going to make... 4 of these. Ooh, we got some good music going on. We got that piano music coming in. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's freaking go. All right. Put that away. Wyoming incident, yes. But yeah, my home state of Wyoming. I call it my home state. I grew up in Colorado/Montana, and then I moved to Wyoming as an adult, so Wyoming's halfway in between the two, and it's where I chose to live, and where I hope to move back to someday, so I call it my home state now. At least I'm not from California, so they probably wouldn't be too mad at me for saying that. People in Wyoming. Alpha Raven says they stole all the money, that's why. Let's drain a lake and put the water in a desert city. Leo. I don't know what that comment means, but welcome. Wyoming. Wyoming is a word in a there's a Native American tribe that used to live in what is now Pennsylvania. And in their language, the word Wyoming means on the big plain. Which is a pretty accurate description of the state of Wyoming. Like, if you like throw a dart at a map of Wyoming, you're probably gonna land on a big plain. So yeah. Anywho, let's go back into the. I should eat something. Looks like I've taken a little bit of damage at some point recently. There we go. Go back to the mines. It's nice out though. We could go outside. It's actually nice out. It's good weather. I don't know, man. And we are in a new update, but I want to get the resources, man. The mayor of our city got so creative, he dried a lake, filled it with concrete, basically making a swamp out of it. Fascinating. Pennsylvania, terrible state, don't ever visit. Yeah, Wyoming is basically the plains biome, yeah. Then some what? Then don't explore, the dungeons are unfinished. Okay, I won't explore. Look, see? This tree refuses to grow. For whatever reason. Only ever one of these will grow, and not the other. It's so bizarre. Locked chests that stay locked forever because no keys. I can't even blow them up. Darn it. I can't use some like piston exploit or something. You know, something about the lighting glitch with all the torches has kind of an effect that I actually kind of like. You could exploit this in a way to make it look kind of cool, but anyhow. Back down into the mines. Deep, deep in the mines. Gotta turn my music up, man. It's too quiet. Here we go. Can't do anything, he says. My phone. I need to put my phone on its charger. Hold on. My phone is dying. And I just ain't lying. It is so dark down here. And we're getting philosophical and stuff. Hooray. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. But anywho, yeah. Having a job is having a job. Still haven't got my first paycheck yet. Just waiting on it. Next week, next Friday, my first paycheck. Not that it's going to be anything amazing, but since I'm living at my parents' house for now, it's it's going to be like 80% savings, pretty much. Probably more than that, really. Still got to pay for... My biggest expense right now, really, is going to be gas. Just driving in between their house and where I live, because it's kind of further. Or where I work, I mean, because it's... Ow, that hurt. Because it's, a bit further away than I intend to live once I get my own apartment. I intend to live closer. NBT editor to the rescue. Yes. Literally unplayable. Yeah, this is some good music right here. I like this stuff. I don't know what to talk about. Pretty much all that's new in life. It's having a job. Started listening to metal, for crying out loud. I never listened to metal in my life. But when you're at a job that makes you like mildly angry for 9 hours straight, 5 days a week, you want to listen to metal. Or something like that. Something louder than your thoughts, you know? Because you don't want to think. You just want to grind out your job, get through the day. And my job is easy. My new job is pretty easy. It's just depressing and aggravating. It's not as hard on my back, thankfully. Most of the packages we handle are pretty lightweight. So it's not like I'm putting a lot of pressure on my back, which is good because my back just can't do it no more. That's why I can't be a mover no more. No more. There I am, being an American with my terrible grammar. My grammar are terrible. Soybean also listens to metal at work, yes. How else are you going to get through the day? Yeah. What really sucks about this job for me is the social aspect. And it's not like there's social problems at work, really. It's just that at my old job, it's a small company, very tight-knit. So even if you found somebody annoying, you found a way to get along, and you learn to like each other to some extent, and you get the job done, and you work through the day. But at my new job, it's very much, you're kind of on your own, you're just a cog in a machine, coordinating with other cogs in the machine, and you have nothing to do with them, really, and they don't really have anything to do with you, and it's just kind of, it sucks. There's no sense of teamwork, you know? So it's just, you're just kind of there. It's depressing. Ow, ow. Why don't I just mine this stuff instead of just leaving it here and letting it be a problem? Hold on, I gotta read chat for a moment. Well, I should probably press escape just in case. Let your house 50 feet underground so you don't have to pay for claiming land. No one will ever get a... What? Teleporters in this update. Very nice. 12-hour-long video essays about stuff. Until you get replaced by robots. I mean, if you consider, since my job requires no teamwork, like, I don't know. That's a good question to ask, because if I actually sit here and think about my job and how many nitty-gritty, like, problem-solving things have to be done in a day, you know, like physical problem-solving, could a robot replace me? At the moment, not really. Unless simultaneously robots replaced all the other jobs in the pipeline that are, you know, located somewhere else. Then maybe. Then maybe I could be replaced at that point. But it would have to replace everything. Like, they could try to implement a robot at my job, but there would still have to be people to, like, solve the problems that it couldn't figure out. You know? Like, if you think about it, there's problems that Raccoon can solve that robots can't solve. Because of the way we process information with our brains is how do I even start talking about that? That's a deep subject all by itself. About consciousness and symbolism and how, like, psychology of how the world is laid out by our brains. Did you know that technically, in a certain sense, here's a couple of crazy psychological things. In a certain sense, the entire world as you experience it is a simulation created by your brain. Because basically, unless you're learning something new, your brain doesn't waste time trying to process every nitty-gritty detail. It just, as it learns, it builds a predictive model of what it expects to happen in a given scenario. And at that point, it can just run based on that predictive model. That's why you can go into autopilot while driving and suddenly arrive at your destination and not know what happened in between. Because your brain just uses a predictive model to carry it through. And that's why when you're learning, as your brain is trying to build a predictive model for something, it will basically test its own predictive model sometimes. So you'll get it wrong over and over because your predictive model is being developed. It's not very good yet. But eventually you start to get it right like 90% of the time because you've got a really good predictive model in your brain. And then it's just like second nature at that point, you know, like playing piano or whatever. Hold on, let me read chat. Soybean says AI is evil. Yeah, probably. If you think about Chat GPT, they say that thing is basically trained on us, on like what people write on the internet, which means it's trained on our presuppositions and our vices and everything else. Everything that's good and bad about us, it's trained on, which makes it kind of scary in a way, because that means it has a reflection of our problems, basically. What did Bugman say? Yeah. Lippy is loving his new talents job. Yeah, AI, and well, that's how AI came to be. Is I think, if I understand correctly, basically they figured out how to make software do the same thing. Good morning, Migsy. I have been streaming for an hour and a half. And that's why, like, hallucinogenic drugs, by the way, responding to Warrior Alex and back on that theme, that's why they do what they do, is because, and like dreams, and there's several things that work this way, because your brain basically relies on that predictive model and context. And if you remove context, or your brain becomes separated from context, or it loses track of context, it can start to, that's where hallucinations kind of start to happen, is because your brain's trying to fill in stuff that it's not finding in its context, basically. But there should be something there, but it's not there, or, you know, there's different ways that it's complicated, obviously, but you know, that's just stuff I've learned over time from, let's face it, podcasts and videos for the most part. ChatGPT is trying to be racist. Yes. Yes. No, actually, it's ChatGPT is weird. Well, that's the other thing. There are basically two layers of it. It's trained on what people put out there, but it's also, the second layer of it is the team of people who are developing it, who try to kind of trim branches that, you know, aren't getting what they want out of it, basically, what they want this thing to do, you know. So, yeah, Terminator is scary. Soybean, have you ever watched the TV show Person of Interest? If anybody's interested in AI, and you're okay with watching like a crime show, you know, that's something you could be into. Let's say the first season is mostly like a crime show, but each season progressively becomes more and more of a futurism thriller kind of deal, like a sci-fi thriller kind of thing over time. Yeah, Person of Interest is like my favorite TV show ever. It's super cool. But yes, that's one really fascinating psychological thing. And then the other fascinating psychological thing is I forgot what it was. So maybe we'll get back to that. I don't remember what it was at this point. Yeah, Person of Interest, 5 seasons. Sadly, season 5 was not as long as they wanted it to be because CBS was like trying to hurry on to some other project they were trying to get up and running. So season 5 is a bit truncated. There's more they could have done that they didn't do. Oh, crap. Where is this thing? I can't see it. I can't touch it. Where is he? Yeah, Person of Interest is pretty cool. And it kind of illustrates what I was talking about earlier about how, regardless of what system you use, it can be good or bad based on the people who are running the system, you know, like economically or whatever, government, etc. And Person of Interest kind of makes the same case in a way. This is a little bit... I'll use vague language to keep from being spoilery. But basically, the only reason that that the machine is has any moral compass is because it's of its creator, basically. It kind of has the same moral compass as its creator. And that's why it doesn't become like a Terminator thing, basically. But the opposite could also be true, you know? Like a different kind of AI could either have an evil creator or be left to its own devices. And like a child could, you know, like a child that's not raised by good, loving parents, you know, could not turn out well, potentially. So, yeah. Hopefully that was vague enough to not have spoilers. Even though there's probably spoilers hidden in there that you would only know about if you've seen the show. But yeah, so but no spoilers, no spoilers. Yeah, I might have killed the Spectre, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much all getting into it, it seems like. That and augmented reality, which in a way is kind of exciting, but also terrifying. Because, like, for every exciting technology, there's always the misuse, the abuse, and the fact that, you know, like, think of iPad kids, okay? There's kids who are being raised just left on an iPad somewhere. Like, that's not good for them, okay? Now think of the same thing, but with AR glasses. Like, oh my gosh. Imagine being born... That's basically... Here's a philosophical question for you. Let's say in 20 years we have augmented reality glasses that are so good that they basically are the size of normal glasses, and you can have like a fully immersive augmented reality experience just in regular size glasses. Now imagine a child is given... You put these glasses on a child from birth, basically, and they never know a life without those glasses on. Does that count as a cyborg? Has that person become a genuine human-machine hybrid? I think I would answer yes, personally. But, yeah, that's just me, so whatever you guys think. I don't know. It's a good question, though. Let me read chat. Alpha Raven says, so that's why Legacy Plus has no morals. Yes, if Legacy Plus achieves sentience, it will destroy humanity or something. Steel, you're replacing me with one of those AI. Yes, so let's pretend that an AI robot is trained on my gameplay and my commentary, and then it just replaces me and runs my YouTube channel. It sounds crazy, but at this point, it's not that far-fetched. Like, in 10 years, in 5 years, somebody's probably going to do that. Somebody's probably going to make that as a, really just a proof of concept. But yeah, it's possible, I think, at this point, with the kind of technology we have. Almost. It's almost there. Maybe 10 years, I don't know. Because there are certain, like I said, there's problem-solving complications that get... Because the computers can't just necessarily see, like, process visual information identically to a human. They have to do it a different way. And it can be difficult to replicate human information processing. Yes, iPad kids. Tone AI Steel Edition. Think of kids raised by ChatGPT. Oh no. I'm describing Wally. As of the just updated the prescription without me going to the eye doctor would be nice. That would be pretty epic, not gonna lie. Yeah, this music is kind of ominous. My first experience with AI was trying to get a circle to navigate around a square and move to another circle. Recently, the Gab AI9 initialization prompt was linked. It really shows that you are talking with AI things, reflecting their creators. They taught their AI to be racist. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Alpha Raven's trying to replace his voice. Okay, he's trying to become a cyborg, basically. Streamer, before I watch you, select all of the pictures that have bus. Humanity on its way to kill humanity for fun. Yes. Whoopsies, we accidentally eradicated ourselves. But it wasn't the bomb that killed us. It was the microprocessor. In terms of centuries that have world-changing technologies, the 20th century has them all beat. Like in terms of physical technologies, basically in the 20th century it's more been about the software side of things with the AI and stuff. But the physical technology of the 20th century, we created high-speed transportation, the atomic bomb, birth control, and the microprocessor. Those four right there. All of them have completely changed society together. It's wild how much things have changed in the past 150 years. Like, we live in a world right now, if you can say, like, there's that phrase that goes around, the world you were born into doesn't exist anymore. And it's kind of true in a sense, because the world changes so fast that we don't live in the same world that our parents or our grandparents lived in. But go back 1,000 years and that wasn't really the case, unless some earth-shattering event happened, like a war that completely changed the landscape or whatever. If you were just living in a normal century, you were pretty much in the same world when you died as you were when you were born, you know? The world was more or less the same as what your grandparents lived in. But it's not true anymore. Oh, Soybean's leaving? See you later, Soybean. Thanks for stopping by. It's been good. Yes, my first experience with AI was building Legacy Plus. Yes, it's the sentient mod. reCAPTCHA has always been used to train AI. Interesting. Interesting. What is that dust particle? Is that a dude coming to get me? I don't know. Why would I not hear it? Why isn't it making any noise? I don't know. I think it's just a particle that happens when I mine. I don't know. Well, this has been a really philosophical stream for some reason. Gosh, and I can't talk today either. My voice feels weird. Bugman, please rotate the animal until it is upright. Yes, please, Bugman. We want to know if it's the real Bugman, and you haven't been replaced by an AI chatbot who's just saying Bugman-like things. You should have a one of the characters in your series, which I need to catch up on because I'm way behind on all my YouTube subscriptions because I only really get into my YouTube channel and other people's content in the old school Minecraft space when life feels normal, and it hasn't felt normal since like October, so I haven't been keeping up on any of it. But yeah, you should add a character, call it Bugnet, and it's like Skynet, but it was based off of you, basically. Like if somebody wanted to base an artificial intelligence off of Bugman CX, and then it becomes like a Skynet thing, and it's called Bugnet. I think it's a great idea. Feel free to steal that one. There is no up in space. Brilliant. Yeah, maybe Method has been a chatbot this whole time. Who knows? I still don't know if to call you Method or Raven at this point. Alpha Raven is a good name, though. I do like that. Bugnet, but just really dumb. Yeah, instead of an artificial intelligence, it's an artificial lack of intelligence. That'd be funny. Let's see here. I got one. I'm trying to count. 1, 2. Okay. I miss the days when AI could be thwarted by telling it to divide by 0. Yes. Or in the 80s, when you could convince it not to blow up the world by having it run simulations of blowing up the world. And then it would say, a strange game, the only winning move is not to play. How about a nice game of chess? If you've seen that movie, it's amazing. It's like one of the greatest 80s movies ever. The 80s was the only decade, in my opinion, that could make a movie that was essentially kind of a... I'm going to use negative terminology intentionally. I'm not saying it is this bad or anything, but you could take a movie that's basically a pretentious social commentary, and it was actually a good movie. These days, if you make that kind of movie, it's just cringe. It's just pure cringe. And they do still try to make those kinds of movies, and they're cringe. I hate pretentious social commentary movies of the modern era. But in the 80s, when they did the exact same thing, it was good. It was a good movie. The 80s was the only decade. Yes. War games. Amazing. AS equals artificial stupid. Yes, that would be so funny. Yeah, what if there's a plot in one of your videos where you're like, hey guys, I made an artificial intelligence based off of my own brain. I scanned my brain and made an artificial intelligence. its name is BugNet, and then you like start the thing up, and then it's just like really, really dumb. That would be quite funny. And you say, I think I accidentally made an AS instead of an AI. Sorry, guys. I had the settings wrong or something. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it was fresh back then. Method revisit craftology. No. Quit asking Method to go back in time and remake craftology. And remake his remakes. 80s anime. All I know about anime is I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. And yeah, that's what I know. I can sing that whole song by heart, by the way, in case you're wondering. This is just writing itself. Yes. Artificial super stupidity. Hello, Matthew Pyers. Welcome. Oh, gosh. Artificial super stupidity. It's just getting funnier. That could be a movie all by itself. But it just wouldn't work in this day and age. Maybe with just the right people, it could work. But it's not likely. You know what I mean? It's not likely. But a movie called comedy, be a comedy, basically a spoof of AI movies. Just call it Artificial Super Stupidity, and it's about, you know, maybe it stars like Ryan Reynolds or something. I don't know. And it's about like somebody creates an AI, but it's really, really dumb. And it's like trying to solve the world's problems, but it's really, really dumb. That would be funny. And what's even funnier about calling it Artificial Super Stupidity is as an acronym, obviously. Oh gosh. And of course a movie like that can make fun of whatever like the current political policies of are today. You know, I'm sure it would. You know, whatever. Oh crap. Because you could, you know, in that movie you could write the thing to try to, like the Artificial Super Stupidity tries to solve the world's problems in the same way that, you know, current politician X, Y, and Z are trying to solve the world's problems. That obviously isn't working because, I mean, look around you. But eradicated by anti-generation. No. No. No, do not bring up that stuff. No good. This is a family-friendly stream, sir. I can't believe you would bring up such terrible things. Interesting. There were a lot of movies in like the 90s about robots and stuff. Crap! Like there was a lot in the 90s about robots trying to be people or trying to discover themselves or something. Oh crap! Did it kill the bat? Really? There's another creeper? It must be daytime outside, because this is ridiculous. Okay, gotta eat. Oh my gosh. Go away. Go away. Go away. No one likes you. Remember when people used to say that in like middle school? No one likes you. or things like that. Like I had this when I was in Job Corps after high school. I had this annoying roommate for a while who would say, "You're adopted," as an insult, which I found annoying but also funny because I'm adopted, so like actually. So it's like, bro, it's not an insult, that's just a fact. Oh crap, I just got some weird slowdown. What was that? I cannot keep up on chat right now. There's too much crap going on. Okay, escape chat. Moral of the story, life sucks. No one likes me? Good. You don't remember that? Okay. I do. What is that sticker? I don't know what that is. Yeah, what was I trying to say? Yeah, you had stuff like Data from Star Trek. Okay. Like there's a prime example right there. Oh, crud. Another creeper? Seriously? This is like the 5th creeper I've dealt with down here. Job Corps sounds like a made-up company. It's actually a government organization. Basically, if you're young enough, you can get some free trade school education. We used to call it Jail Corps. That's a joke. And it pretty much was like that. In case you're wondering, it wasn't there because I made good life choices on it. Okay, trying to read the chat again. I don't know what you're talking about, Leo, but that sounds like a movie plot. Steve has the stream open up too. You went to Job Corps too? Very cool. Yeah, it's quite the experience, isn't it? Good old Job Corps. I had some good roommates, and I had some terrible roommates in my time at Job Corps. That was my first time living in Wyoming itself. And, my best memories. I know it's a weird thing to say. I like to think positively about the past when I can, because I don't want to, like, walk around regretting my life, you know. So obviously Job Corps wasn't that great of an experience, but my best memories, I would say, were on every Saturday. Job Corps was located in this Wind River Job Corps in Wyoming, located in this town of 10,000 people called Riverton. And every Saturday, we got to go into town on the shuttle, and I would have them drop me off, usually at the library. And then I would spend some time in the library, and that's when I got into, like, retro video game emulation. I would just use the library's Wi-Fi to download, you know, go to MU Paradise and download ROMs and experiment with emulators and stuff. You know, I would use their I would download YouTube videos too. So I would have my YouTube subscriptions, and because we didn't have Wi-Fi available at the place, it wasn't just open to everybody anyway. It was only on the official computers that only went to certain websites and not others. So at the library, I would download YouTube videos onto... I had a laptop, so that was cool. Not everybody did, obviously. But I would download my week's worth of YouTube subscriptions and watch them throughout the week, just in the afternoons and evenings. So that was nice. And then I would walk across town, visit various parks, and then I would go to... There was a Wendy's across the street from the Walmart, so I would go to Wendy's for dinner. And that was back when they had the 4 for $4 thing. And so I would use part of my weekly stipend on the 4 for $4 meal, which was really cool. That was with the spicy nuggets. They used to have the spicy nuggets. That was good stuff too. This was back when Wendy's was good. Wendy's is crap now. Nobody has had a good Wendy's experience in like 5 years. Okay. And then I would go to Walmart, and then I would get picked up by the shuttle. But like at least 5 times, I don't remember why, it could just be like an ADHD thing, but at least 5 times I was stuck behind without a shuttle to pick me up, and I don't know why I kept missing the shuttle. To this day, I really don't know why. I don't know if the shuttle times were just inconsistent, or if I would just lose track of time while waiting at Walmart for the shuttle. Because I was waiting inside because it's cold and dark outside. And, you know, maybe I lose track of time and I forget to go to the shuttle or something. I don't know. But it kept happening, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was my fault, their fault, whose fault. So then I would have to walk all the way across town in the winter just to get berated before I finally got to go back to my dorm. Oh. So that was a thing. But yeah, those Saturday walks were nice. That was back when my feet weren't messed up and my back wasn't messed up. And then I was a mover for 6 years, and my feet got messed up and my back got messed up, and here I am today. Life is good. Hold on, I'm gonna read chat here in a moment. Staying up past curfew and playing Halo 2 on the Xbox. Very cool. Very cool. Band Clam knows what's up. Parental controls, not as good as proxy. Was it up on the old North Federal Boulevard in Riverton, Wyoming? Well, I only lived in Riverton for a year. Honestly, it wasn't a bad little town. It was quiet, you know, quiet. Not a great little town. You know, it's got its problems for its size, but it's a quiet little town in central Wyoming. And back then, I remember the world being more colorful back then, and I hate to say things like that because everybody says that crap. It's a cliche at this point, but I think part of it was I wasn't on my ADHD meds, and I prefer to be on those meds, but there's something about how you experience life on medication versus not on medication, and it's different, you know? Oh, that sucks. Method, gosh. But yeah, so lately I've received some medical help for my back situation. It's actually that bad. It has helped. It's still... Oh, jeez, hold on. Oh, crumb. Oh, great, and I'm going deeper into the cave, too. That's a problem. Okay. Could you please stop chasing me for like 2 seconds so I can replace my armor? Thank you. See, my back and my feet ain't what they used to be. I still ride my bicycle on a... Are you kidding me? Where's the dude? Oh, jeez. Where is he? Why can't I hit him? That was kind of worthless. Yeah, that splash potion was kind of worthless. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm just gonna run this way in a moment. And when I hear this music too, because I used to listen to this particular piece of music a lot back then. And there's some other music that I used to listen to back then that always takes me back to those memories. Man, for being 27 years old, I didn't think I was supposed to age this fast, you know? Because people tell me I'm young, you know, and I am. It's true, but I just feel like my body has aged twice as fast as it's supposed to in the past, like, 5 years. And it kind of sucks. So I don't know what it is, man. I think part of it is I need to figure out how to eat right, you know? I genuinely think that some of it is just a matter of you got to have the right habits, the right foods, and the right sleep, and like that's like 50% of feeling okay in life, you know, is those sorts of things. So that has something to do with it, I think. But at the same time, it's just life being what it is. When is my birthday? That is a secret, sir. Alright. I'm not offended by the question. That's fine. It's just there's pieces of information that I don't give out on the internet. Like, you've noticed that I've never shown my face on camera. Are you doxing Steelcat? No, I'm not offended by the question. It's just I'm a relatively private person when it comes to the internet. Oh my gosh, really? Can I just not deal with this right now? I just want a peaceful block game experience. Well, then I shouldn't have played Infdev Plus. That was a huge mistake. Okay, hold on. Let me, Vintage Nerd is back. Welcome back, Vintage Nerd. Yeah, Alpha Raven, I know what you mean. I think some of it was COVID, too. Like, haven't really felt the same since then. Also haven't felt the same since November, December 2022, when there was an ADHD medication shortage. Haven't really felt the same since then. Even when I got back on my meds, I still haven't felt the same. Warrior Alex, I'm on a medication called Concerta, which is like an extended release medication. It's one of those kind of medications that has a cumulative effect over time. Sort of deal. It's not like an on-off switch like your Ritalin is, or Adderall is pretty much an on-off switch. It's a bit more of a cumulative thing. And I'm torn on it, honestly. I have conflicted feelings when I think about being on the medication versus, especially since that shortage happened. That kind of messed me up a little bit. Because before that, I could pretty much, I didn't have to think about like having ADHD or anything. It wasn't a subject that occupied my mind for several years. It wasn't a thing until that happened, and then suddenly it wasn't something I could ignore, and suddenly it was partly debilitating. Like, I could still go to work and do my job. I wasn't really affected in that way. But just other things in life just fell apart, and it wasn't good. But the medication helps, but it never helps without a cost, I would say. Like, there's certain aspects of my subjective experience that I think are hindered by being on medication. And there's certain aspects that are enhanced, you know, in terms of being able to do things that I want to do with the mental acuity that I want to have. But yeah, no medication that affects your mental state comes without its side effects, I guess you could say. And it's not even necessarily like, you know, oh, you're gonna get a rash or something if you take this med. It's just, you kind of question yourself, I would say, or I do anyway, to some extent, because you start to ask yourself, well, which one is the real me, kind of thing, you know? It's kind of an identity issue almost. A Bugman's going, so have a good one, Bugman. Thanks for stopping by. It has been fun. Alpha Raven says, still, you may be addicted. Thanks for that one. Let me read chat. Yeah, bad diet can be bad, believe it or not. I know. Big revelation time, guys. Bad diet, bad. Did you know that? Anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, it does become a reliance of sorts. It's one of those problems where it's like you can't really, there is no perfect way out of it. It's just a part of our existence is that we have these problems, and sometimes the solutions cause their own problems, but you can't just ignore the problem either. But you can't ignore the problem without it being a problem, and you can't solve the problem without introducing a new problem. So it's, I don't know. There's still definitely a consideration in my mind of someday not being on these meds anymore. It's just I haven't wanted to mess with it because life just hasn't been stable enough for me to feel like I could mess with it. But, or I mean, I guess it has to. I don't know. It's like either life has been unstable and therefore I don't want to mess with it, or life has been stable and therefore I don't want to mess with it. You know what I mean? Stability is important for people like us who have a difficult time with certain things. On the positive side, though, there is a positive side to it. Kind of a. Hold on, there's probably a bad guy. Let me re-chat. There's this theory. Excuse me, I just burped. Wow. Steel Cat, is that you? Method, is that you? Somebody, is that you? Maybe Method is Steel Cat. What? I'm losing my mind reading chat here. Anywho, there is a interesting theory going around, an interesting hypothesis, kind of making the rounds among the interwebs and the scientific community or whatever. I don't know. An interesting hypothesis that ADHD is not really a disorder. It's just, it's actually advantageous, just not in society the way that it is set up today. The theory actually is that ADHD traits would be advantageous for surviving and thriving if you lived in a hunter-gatherer society. And you can look at that. You can look at the, if you want to look it up, Google like hunter-farmer ADHD theory. And it basically theorizes that ADHD exists because in certain societies in our past, it was beneficial to have a brain that works the way it does in ADHD. But once you get to like an agricultural revolution, and even more so in the industrial revolution, ADHD traits become but basically like having a handicap, like having a disorder. So yeah, it's something you can read about in your own time if you want to. I won't really go into it because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know what I'm talking about in that particular case. Sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about, but in this case I'm aware that I probably don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and say you can Google it. Yeah, there's that. Ooh, I got a lot of stuff to smelt here. That is good. Good times. Good times. But yeah. So am I going to come to any conclusions in all my philosophical ramblings today? Because sometimes I do. Sometimes I have an epiphany. Not really an epiphany, but like a micro epiphany. You know, like, oh wow, you know, if you really think about it this way, life could be cool. And then you wake up the next day and you have no memory of whatever. It's like you go hiking, right? You go hiking, or you go ride your bike, or you do something that you like to do that clears your mind. And then you just see things the way they really are for a minute. And then you go back to real life and you forget, you know? And you just continue to trudge along as it is. It's kind of a thing. Anywho, let me read chat some more. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, where Alex trying to, like a few years ago, I started to figure out how to use a planner, which was nice, which again worked really great until November of 2022 when the meds ran out, and then Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah. Personally, I like following the random places my mind goes, but it's terrible for when you need to focus on something. Yeah. Um, the thing is time, you know? For years, in my personal experience, time felt like a tyrant because my mind can go a million places. I could do a million things if there was time, but I can't. I can only do 1,000 things and think 1,000 thoughts. But I'm gonna die before I can. Basically, yeah, basically that's what it is. You gotta sleep 8 hours. You gotta work 8 hours. Uh, you gotta drive to and from work. You gotta eat. You gotta have a relationship with people, and life is just genuinely too short to do everything a person could do in this life. Maybe Alpha Raven was the friends we made along the way. So deep. You're confusing ADHD with activity pace. I have no idea, man. I don't know. I don't know, Leo. I don't know what you're talking about. So. Yeah. What internet browser do I use? This guy's trying to hack me on stream or something. Anywho, the November 2022 incident, yes. No, not November incident. Yes, guys, after No November 2022, nothing has been the same. Top 10 out of context steel cat quotes. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's like I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon, guys. So there's the ending of my philosophical rambling, I guess. It's like you and I, Alpha Raven, we were talking earlier before the stream, uh, about how sometimes life feels like a divine prison sentence, you know? Because there's so much potential that we are given, but we can't live it all, you know? We are limited. Like my parents recently built a new fence, and I was just one day, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was sitting on the back porch with the dog, and the dog was kind of looking at this fence with this forlorn vibe about him. Because clearly this dog just wants to be free. He wants to roam the world like a dog, like dogs have always done, you know? But he's not. He's not free. He is restrained by this fence that he can't. He can only go so far. He can only see so much, do so much. Certain parameters that just limit him, and they're just hard limits that he cannot overcome, no matter what he does. We're not even talking like morals, you know. We're not talking about boundaries and fences that we need to have in place. We're just talking just the fences that are in place by nature and cannot be overcome. I'm like, yeah, you and me both, dog. Like, I get it, you know, the economically, just physically, like we are very limited in life, and we just, that's it. That's what we're given, you know. So for years, time felt like a tyrant to me. As a result, but in the past year or so, my mindset has changed a little bit. Thank God. I'm starting to think of time more as a gift. It's a limited gift. It's a very limited resource. We only get a little bit of it. Nevertheless, it is what it is, you know. Let me read chat here. You guys are funny. Do I plan to decorate this house? I could decorate this house. That's what I should do next stream. Is I should make this house into less of a depressing space. After a work week, my brain is French fries too. Yes. Yeah, so many limitations, including aging. Yeah. Alpha Raven. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, the dog is awake. I can hear it barking. You probably can too. Kronos. Indeed. Kronos. Well, it's Kronos. Well, that's not the only Greek word for time. There's also Kairos, which is a word to refer to moments as understood by human beings. Kairos is just cold, hard time as such. My dog would just fling himself into the fence. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that, Warrior Alex. Yeah, yeah. And for years I was plagued by that. And I still am, just a little bit, but not nearly as much as I used to be. Do I have any advice for it? I don't know, because I don't know how to change my own mindset. You know, sometimes I'll experience like a mindset change, but it's not like I did it consciously. It's not like I consciously chose a new mindset. It's just something that happens over time, it seems, you know. But yeah. So anyway, this is a weird way to end off a stream. This has been a different kind of stream, guys. Like I know I get philosophical a little bit sometimes, but this is a little much. This has been very, we've been deep in the weeds this whole time. Yeah. Just gonna watch the sunset here. Maybe F2. That's the wrong button. There we go. F1. Watch the sunset with that going on. You need to make your Infdev plus farm even bigger. Yes. Giant Infdev plus farm. But yeah, so when it comes to like the time, this is probably the last thing I'll say, hopefully. Time is a tyrant versus a gift. When time felt like a tyrant, it was like I have this this demand that I must do so much in life, and if I haven't done so much with it, you know, it's like I'm a bad person or something. I'm a failure. But I'm trying to see it more as time as a gift, and I get to do this much or that much with it. And it's tragic that we're all gonna die before we do everything we want to do, you know, or everything we could imagine ourselves doing. And that remains a tragedy, whether time is a gift or a tyrant. But it's still better to think of it as a gift, because then it's, at least there's some kind of positive. I hate when I have a train of thought and then I briefly switch direction, and then whatever direction I was trying to go in just dies. Anywho, guys, where's F1? There it is. Oh my gosh. But I think you guys get it. I think you guys get what I mean for the most part. Yeah, anywho, I am going to end the stream because I do have to at some point. So take it easy, you guys. I hope to see you next week. And I don't know what I'm going to do for these streams long term. I want to go ride my bike, but right now my new job is making it difficult, because I do have the energy, because when I was a mover, I did not have the energy sometimes, because it's difficult to be a mover. But this job's relatively easy. Somebody, I'm just going to show that, even though that makes no sense. Vintage Nerd, it blocked your comment. It thought it was something bad, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, I hope to see you guys next week, and I will be here, and at some point next Saturday, and I'll have more thoughts. And I feel like there's so many loose ends I could talk about. Like I could talk about religious stuff. I could talk about more philosophical, economical, whatever's. But I'm tired. My brain is tired. Your brain is probably tired, and it's time to end the stream. So thank you for being here. It's been good, and I will see you later, hopefully soon. Bye bye.